Reggie Bush was cut this last week by the Lions.
Rightfully so.
And now some people are speculating you need to get a running back. Guys like Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley, first-round caliber guys that you can bring in and make them your feature running back in the NFL. I don't know what year we think this is, but this is not the age of the feature running back. The Lions should absolutely not draft a running back in the first round.
Preach, baby.
Think about how physical the running back position is. You're constantly taking a punishment. And if I'm going to get somebody to take that punishment, I'm doing it in a 96 Civic. I'm not doing it in a Lamborghini. I'm not taking the high-profile running back to get smashed into a brick wall for 8 years and then be out of the league. I'm taking my Honda Civic to the demolition derby, and we're going to do this 30 times a game, and I'm feeling better about it. It's about your investment. Running backs get churned out of the league. You can find a whole bunch of guys later in the draft that can do nearly the same thing as a high pick can do. 1,000-yard running backs last year. That's still a milestone people covet. 1,000 yards in a season. 13 guys did it. Only one last year was a first-rounder. Only one of them. Everybody else, anything from second round, third round, that was where a lot of them were, but undrafted guys in there as well. And then bigger picture, 32 teams. Leading rusher on all 32 teams. I looked at all of them. 7 of them were first-round picks. 7 of them were undrafted. That's your crapshoot. Why are you entering that crapshoot as an NFL franchise? Why enter that crapshoot when you have 2 good backs? Joique Bell, who's gotten better every year. Theo Riddick. Brad, you and I are huge Theo Riddick guys. Why are you entering that crapshoot where it's, hey, an undrafted guy is just as likely to have a leading role on your team than a first-rounder? 1,000-yard back, 12 of the 13 weren't in the first round. But they need to go get one because you have to have a running back. No, I'm not going to ram my Lamborghini into the line 45 times. I'm going to get a couple Honda Civics. We're going to have demolition derby out there. And when the career ends, you know what? It was my Honda Civic. It's not that big of a deal.
Nothing wrong with a Honda Civic.
There's not, but it's not a Lamborghini. Why go out and draft a Lamborghini when to get to work every day, you don't need a Lamborghini?
Here's what I'll say, and I've never been a guy who would love to take a running back in the first round either, but I've started to sway this way, and I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago that I brought up the point, well, maybe a running back is the best option for the Lions this season, and I think the more we break this down, I don't really care how many running backs of the 1,000-yard rushers last year were first-round picks, because I don't think that's a fair indication on, you can just go grab one later round.
You can.
I think it's what the market dictates and what teams are willing to spend, or at least where they're willing to draft these running backs. So Melvin Gordon is going to go in the first round this year. It's plain and simple.
Someone's going to make a mistake,
right,
sure.
No. He is going to go in the first round, and all I'm saying is if you are the Detroit Lions and you think Melvin Gordon is the best running back in this class, and they very well could think that, because I think that.
Sure, I think he's the best running back in the class, too.
Okay, so if you feel that Melvin Gordon, which he will probably go in the top 20, he's going to go before the Lions pick. So if he doesn't and he's there at 24, or if he's going to go after that and be taken before the Lions' second-round pick, they have to jump and take him at 24 or at 23.
Why?
Because that's what the market bears. They're not going to wait. Why would you not want a guy that you're 100% confident in, that you know you can get at 23, because he won't be there in the second round, because the market is bearing that he's going to go before your second-round pick, instead of saying, all right, we'll settle and get a running back in the fifth round because historically they're just going to run for 1,000 yards. Not every guy that you can just cherry pick out of the fifth round is going to make it there. And I know your big discussion as well is, well, it's a split carry league. There's no running backs in the league anymore that carry the ball 100% of the times on a team. Well, duh, nobody carries it 100% of the times, but there are multiple running backs that aren't in a timeshare in the NFL.
Very true.
And I'm sure you don't believe that, but a guy like DeMarco Murray, who was the best running back in the league last year, he had 84% of his team's running back carries. Matt Forte
must have been a first round pick.
Had 86% of his first round carries.
Must
they weren't first round picks. That's not what I'm saying.
Why not? Why weren't
I'm
they?
not saying they were first round picks because they're not.
How did a team get a great running back in the second or third? How did that happen?
That's not what I'm saying. Because the market didn't dictate that at the time. They could have gotten him in later rounds. Melvin Gordon will not be there when the Lions are choosing in the second round.
Not the
and if they are 100% confident that that is the best running back in the draft, they have to take him in the first round. You cannot disagree with the fact that he's not going to be there in the second round. If that's who they want to have their running back be for the next 10 years, they have to go get him at 23. There's no waiting. If they think that he's leaps and bounds better than every other running back, that's why that it's okay to get him in the first round. Sure, you can go get guys other way down the league, but it's not some Lamborghini Chevy Lumina type deal that you're talking about here.
I think there is. I think you can get real value in a running back in the third and fourth round, so much so that third and fourth round running backs are statistically better than first round running backs. That's what the numbers tell you. And you make it a case where if you love Melvin Gordon, you should take Melvin Gordon. What if I love Malcolm Brown and Melvin Gordon? Who should I take? Where can I find better value at the other position?
All I'm saying is I don't love going running back in the first round either, but I think there's justifying doing it.
Okay, but if
they are in love with Melvin Gordon and that's their guy 100%, and they think there's a significant drop off after him,
then they're wrong. They're wrong if they think there's a significant drop off because the league doesn't. That's not how it operates.
But
that's
I'm just creating justification for the Lions.
So if the Lions are screwed up in the head and they fall in love with the running back, then you could justify screwing up and falling in love with the running back?
I think he is leaps and bounds better than most of these guys.
Can I get Jeremy Langford in the 4th round?
What was their production? Their production was not comparable in college.
I think it was similar.